Hi, Hannah, can you hear me? Hannah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hannah?
I hear you.
Good, thank you. I'm sure there would be more people, but they're not. But we're starting at 8:30.
Okay. I opened the computer just to check that everything is fine.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Moran and Hannah. We're waiting for more people. I'm hoping people will come on time. But we'll start at as close to 8:30 as possible. If you can hear me, just click on the yes button or the hands up button or no button. Hi, Violet. Welcome. We'll start at 8:30.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome, Khani. Please click on the chat. The chat is in the link. The link is in the chat. Or it's going to be a long night if I'm already mixing up. But the link is in the chat. And if you could go, please, and fill out the form. Well done to someone who's already filled that in. Moran Sharir, well done. You filled in the form. I'm impressed. If you have any questions, please ask me in the chat while we're in the meantime. In the meantime, one word. Okay, so welcome to Dorit, Hannah, Moran, Violet, and Khani. I want to wait at least another 5-10 minutes to see that people are coming. I didn't say welcome to Ronnie because Ronnie's from Atach and she's going to help me, but I'll invite her to speak in a few more minutes. But in the meantime, please go into the chat. And if you haven't got the chat, click on more in your bottom scroll bar, and then chat, or you can click on Alt-H to open it up.
אני רק אגיד, האוי, שאצל המשתתפות זה נראה קצת אחרת. לעבור עם העכבר על מרכז המסך, עולה לכם סרגל כלים בתחתית המסך. בסרגל הכלים הזה יש כמה כפתורים, אחד מהם זה הצ'אט, לפתוח את הצ'אט. כדאי לפתוח גם את הפרטיסיפנטס, רשימת המשתתפים, נעשה גם בה שימוש.
And if there's anyone who doesn't understand Hebrew, please tell me and I'll explain to you in English.
אני יכולה לנסות גם באנגלית, רק אם לא תשפטו אותי.
לא כדאי להם. אז זה כיף שאת פה, רוני.
לגמרי. אוי, הסרטונים יצאו מדהים, אה? ממש יצאו מעולה.
Khani, I understand that you don't have a microphone. I'm putting on the videos if you guys want. But doesn't.
דורית, מה השאלה? וגם חנה, can't open it? מה לא מצליחים לפתוח?
No, you don't need to open the microphone at the moment. Just if you can go into the chat, I'll re-put the link in again. You need to click on the link in the chat and answer the questions for tonight's session. And I see that 2 people have responded, Moran and Violet, and keep going. רוני, אם אני רוצה לשתף וידאו, אני עושה את זה דרך הסקרין גם, נכון?
כן, פשוט כל מה שאתה עושה במחשב יראו, גם אם זה וידאו, אבל כדי שישמעו את הוידאו, האוי, אז כשאתה משתף מסך, אתה צריך לסמן את הצ'קבוקס למטה.
מה לשתף?
רגע, כשאתה משתף מסך, בחלון של שיתוף המסך, בחלון שעולה...
איזה מצחיק זה, אתה לא מבין, כולם נראים שבורים.
בזה. תחבא את המיקרופון שלה.
במצלמה.
יש מישהי עם מיקרופון פתוח, שומעים אותך. שימו לב.
איך אני יכול לפתוח את הוידאו לכולם בבת אחד?
לא, לצערנו לא, הם צריכים, תבקש מהם לפתוח.
מה אמרת לגבי הסרט?
בקיצור, כדי שישמעו את הסרט, אתה צריך לסמן את הצ'קבוקס של ה-Share Computer Sound בחלון של השיתוף מסך. אז תצא רגע משיתוף מסך ותשתף מחדש, ותסמן את תיבת הסימון הזאת.
הבנתי. אוקיי. בסדר. The link isn't working. The link should work, guys, because some people have already done it. Welcome to Dorit and to Lilach and to Victoria. I think I said hello already. Some of you have open microphones. I'm just going to switch them off for the moment. Can't switch off Ronnie, that's not nice. I'll make it easier for you, Lilach, in a second.
האווי, הלינק באמת החדש עכשיו לא עובד, אולי תשלח לינק חדש.
So I'm doing that. Okay, so I've put in a new link which is shorter. Okay, Anat, we'll wait for Anat. Anat, there's a phone number that you can call. It's on the main page. You can call for. No, they're closed already. You can't call them.
Should we open the link in the new window?
You can. You can just. I need you to answer the questions.
Let's try.
I'll put often on these online things, I talk to myself. Just ignore me.
לא, האווי לא עובד משום מה, תיכנס לטופס עוד פעם, תלחץ שיתוף ותוציא לינק חדש.
אוקיי.
תוציא לינק מלא, לא נורא שזה ארוך, עדיף.
גם המקוצר לא עובד וגם המלא לא עובד.
Okay, I'm going to do it again in a second. Okay, that must work. Okay, that definitely works.
Okay.
Welcome to Laguna. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 25. That's a third. That's not very good, I have to tell you.
General knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But don't give any answers. I'm switching off your mic in case you might give answers. Lilach, it's a different doc, so please fill it in. It's not the same one as before. But it's very important that you fill it in today. I've still only got
Excuse me, what kind of color are we supposed to write down?
You're not supposed to ask me questions. Just answer it, please, without asking questions, because otherwise you're going to give away answers.
Okay.
Answer as best as you can.
No problem.
Hi, Anat, you managed to connect up. That's great. You don't need microphones. Okay, so I'm waiting until 8:40 and then we'll start. I'm really happy to virtually see all of you. Please, we're going to start off at 8:40 with Ronnie, but I really need you guys to fill in the questionnaire. I see that only 2 of you have filled it in, unless must be a very hard questionnaire. But it wasn't supposed to be hard. Maybe it's the time of the day. Feel free to open your videos if you want people to see you, so you know that I can see that if I make a joke, you can smile. At least give me some, feedback. טוב, רוני, אני חושב שנתחיל. אני לא יודע איפה כולם, אבל...
בסדר גמור. אז אני אציג את עצמי רגע בשתי מילים. אני רוני ממתח. ואני רוצה ממש בדקה הקרובה לתת לכם סקירה קצרה על המערכת זום שאנחנו נמצאים בה כרגע, כדי שתוכלו להשתמש בה בצורה הטובה ביותר, שהמפגש יוכל לעבור בצורה הטובה ביותר. אז ככה, האווי כרגע משתף מסך. אני מבקשת מכם לעבור עם העכבר על מרכז המסך, כרגע יחד איתי כולם, אוקיי? ממש לעבור עם העכבר על המרכז, איפה שרואים את השקופית שהאווי כתב. ברגע שאתם עוברות עם העכבר על מרכז המסך, מופיע סרגל שחור בתחתית המסך. באמצעות הסרגל הזה אפשר לבצע כל מיני פעולות בכיתה הסינכרונית. עם שני הכפתורים שנמצאים בחלק השמאלי של הסרגל, ניתן לפתוח ולכבות את המיקרופון והמצלמה. אני מזמינה את כולכם לפתוח מצלמות, המערכת ככה תומכת בזה, ואנחנו נשמח לראות גם את הפנים שלכם, אז מי שיכולה מוזמנת לפתוח מצלמה. מיקרופון לעומת זאת עדיף שיהיה כבוי לאורך המפגש, אלא אם כן האווי שואל איזושהי שאלה ואתן רוצות להשתתף, אז כמובן תפתחו את המיקרופון ותדברו או תכתבו תשובה בצ'אט. מה עוד אפשר וצריך לעשות עם סרגל הכלים הזה? שלום ויקטוריה, אני רואה שפתחת מצלמה, מקסים. מה עוד אפשר לעשות עם הסרגל הזה? היי האווי. בבקשה לחצו כרגע על הכפתור Participants ופיתחו בעצם את רשימת המשתתפים ולחצו על כפתור Chat. מה שאני רוצה בעצם שהמסך שלכם ייראה כך. במרכז המסך המצגת של האווי, מימין למעלה רשימת המשתתפים ומימין למטה הצ'אט. אוקיי? אתם יכולים לכתוב הודעות בצ'אט לאורך כל המפגש ובעצם להשתתף באמצעות הצ'אט. ואפשר להשתתף גם דרך רשימת המשתתפים. שימו לב, כולם לפתוח את רשימת המשתתפים עכשיו, ותראו שבתחתית רשימת המשתתפים יש כל מיני חיוויים. כן, לא, go slower, go faster, אם לוחצים על more יש גם מחיאות כפיים, like, unlike, אז ככה תשתמשו בחיוויים האלה לאורך המפגש, אפשר לשלוח כל מיני סימנים, הנה, האווי רוצה הפסקת קפה כבר. אז אפשר ככה להשתמש בחיוויים האלה לאורך כל המפגש, ולשלוח לנו סימנים. זה הכל. אם יש איזשהם שאלות אז אני פה, ואם לא אפשר להמשיך. האווי, במה שלך. האווי, אתה על מיוט.
אז אני עכשיו לא במיוט, אני רוצה רק להעביר את המסך, לסדר פה עניינים קצת, ואז אני אשתף את המסך עוד פעם. אוקיי, אז אנחנו נתחיל, והיום אנחנו מתעסקים בעיקר בגוגל, כלים של גוגל. אני רוצה להתחיל עם סרטון שאני אראה לכם. מה אתם רואים את המסך הזה? אז אני עושה New Share ואני עובר לפה. אוקיי. אז אנחנו נתחיל עם סרטון, זה הזמן לצפות, לא ללכת להכין קפה וכו'. אנחנו הסרט, אתם יכולים לראות כמעט 3 דקות, רק תגידו אם אתם שומעים את הסרט, בבקשה.
שומעים מצוין, האווי.
Some of the things that I'm most excited about are what I've been doing with Google Forms. I can see instantly what kids' responses are, and as I'm walking around the room, I can respond to what they're doing right or wrong in real time. There's no way to hide under the radar for a kid. They can't get away with pretending they got it right.
So the student learning is impacted by that immediate feedback because they don't have to wait for, a week for feedback in learning that they did something wrong. They're able to take that feedback and change something and keep moving with the process.
Students can see each other's thoughts on the fly in a real-time basis.
Another great tool in Google Docs is the Google Form. They're quick, they're easy, in a one-to-one environment, they're the fastest thing ever. So when I look at their data in the responses, I can see, are they getting the right answer? Are they kind of there? And that will give me a chance to then inform my instruction if I want to change it up during class, if I want to pull them aside during work time, or if I need to stop and say, everybody, we need to go over this again. We use Google presentations for students. So my students worked on a presentation about severe weather, and they were able to put together a nice collaborative tool. They finished it at home on their computers and were able to then present and post on a Schoology discussion board.
My colleagues and I use Google Docs for a variety of purposes. One right now is tracking candidates that we're screening and interviewing and hiring for a variety of positions. And so it works really well for us to be able to have our candidates in one snapshot. Again, we can tab it, we can do a lot of things, and it's all live. I really think it helps teachers to see me effectively managing my time and resources, but hopefully I'm also modeling effective use of technology for our students and staff as well.
I participate in a cross-district media PLC, so we have people from 5 different buildings working together, and we don't have to commute to have our meetings. We work via Google Hangout.
Let's just get a note that we're agreeing on that.
And we're able to collaborate without having to drive from one building to another. One of the pieces that Google Apps is offering is Google certification for teachers. So we are able to go in and as learners do a self-directed lesson. The iPad and Google Docs and Schoology have changed my life in so many ways. My students hear me through my Google presentations and my notes and things. They're all there for them. Talking with other teachers as we're planning, we're writing comments and notes to each other. So it's a team effort.
Howie, I'll mute.
You didn't hear me scream when you told me that I'm on mute. I'm sorry. Yesterday, I have to just share this with you. Yesterday, I spent 13 hours in front of this computer managing virtual lessons, and it was unbelievable. Hang on. So, Hannah, to everyone, I don't know how to help her. Avital can't get in. I suggested Avital calls the technical support, and she'll be able to help them. They'll be able to help her get in. Anyway. So if I'm on mute, just raise your hand or do this in front of the camera, and then I'll be able to see that I'm on mute. Okay, so today we're going to deal with mainly with Google Apps for Education. And I want you to write in the chat, please, any main ideas that came out of the video for you. What are Google Apps for Education for you? Do you use them? And if so, how does it help you? Please write in the chat while I open up what we need to do. No one writing in the chat. Come on, guys, you got to work with me here. Can't do this by myself. I mean, I can, but it'll be boring. And then only Ronnie will laugh, and it's a pity. Okay, you use it. I don't use it, but what did you get? We work with Google Docs. What kind of ideas do you use with the Google Docs? Dorit, what did you get? What do we have to write? Do you need any ideas that came out of the video? What kind of ideas did you get out of the video? In other words, the video that played now, to the teamwork in the class. That's great, to do teamwork. What other ideas came out of the video? Some of our teachers use Google Forms. That's great. I'm thinking of playing the video again at this rate. I think the slide share is a nice idea. We're going to do the slide share this evening. That's a great idea. That's Lilach. Writing assignment, Levon, I'm going to open your microphone, and if you can tell me a bit more about what you mean. Levona, you're on. Are you not speaking?
היא יכולה לפתוח פשוט בעצמה, עדיף. תלחצי על האייקון של המיקרופון ותפתחי את המיקרופון.
Levona, can you tell us about what you mean? Or perhaps a bit later. I can't unmute me. היא לא יכולה. רגע, הנה.
מעצבן. אוקיי, יופי.
אז מה?
Good, good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Levona? לא, היא לא יכולה. Okay, Levona, can you speak? No, you can't.
וואי, אל תעשה את זה אתה, זאת אומרת, אל תלחץ ותפתח להם את המיקרופונים. זה לא עובד כל כך טוב, שהם יפתחו בעצמם. לבונה, פשוט לעבור עם העכבר על מרכז המסך, סרגל כלים בתחתית, האייקון השמאלי ביותר של מיקרופון, תלחצי עליו, אוקיי? אם יש עליו פס אדום, הוא במיוט. אם אין עליו פס אדום, הוא לא במיוט. המיקרופון שלך עובד. את רק צריכה לפתוח אותו.
כן, בדיוק.
אוקיי, ורוני, מה אם מישהי לא יכולה להיכנס להתקשר לטכנאי? לצוות טכני? אוקיי, Levona, are you speaking?
No.
Can you speak?
דורית!
היי, לבונה, מה המצב? את צריכה עזרה?
I have to switch them off. רוני, איך אני יכול לדאוג שהם יפתחו לבד?
קודם כל, כאילו שהם יהיו אל תלחץ unmute them, אוקיי? אל תלחץ על הכפתור הזה. רק מי שרוצה לדבר, שיפתח את המיקרופון לבד.
Okay. So, I agree with Dorit. She said we can see the pupils' work at a real time. And Anat also said something like that, so the students can see if they understand.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear you.
we can.
Oh, הנה.
So what did you mean, Levona, when you said what you wrote, the writing assignment?
They can give them some assignment of writing, an essay or something like that.
So why is that better in Google Suite as opposed to Word? Why
I can't hear you.
Why is it better in Google Suite as opposed to Word or something else?
May I answer that?
Sure.
I don't understand. What?
למה בגוגל ולא בוורד, למשל?
Levona, may I help you a little bit?
Please do.
Okay, so I think that with Google Earth, you can obviously have an access to a different website, and those technology can help you to understand more than just working on a page of a Word.
Okay, so I think what we're getting at is that what's more beneficial is where Word is local on your computer and can be in the cloud. The option of Google working together on a Google Doc is that you can see it real time. And someone said that you can work. Dorit said many people can work on the same paper at the same time. So instead of sending Word documents backwards and forwards, we're working at the same time. Okay, now we're going to try and work together at the same time. I'm putting a link in the chat. And I'd like you please to draw the flag of Israel on the ground with grass around it. Please do it is real group work. That's what we're going to do now. So please go in and start drawing the flag of Israel. You can see on the shared screen that already we've got some anonymous people coming in. We've got anonymous Grizzly and so on. And here goes the flag of Israel. Let's see how we can do it.
Howie, can I interrupt you, please?
Sure.
My colleague Shah, she can't get into the site, and I don't feel comfortable. I just want to help her, and I don't know how.
כתבתי עכשיו את הטלפון של התמיכה הטכנית בצ'אט, שתתקשר לתמיכה הטכנית.
Okay, I'll give her the number. Okay, thanks. Oh, it disappeared.
I must say that mine is looking the best flag ever.
Of course, Anat, yours is the best.
Yeah,
But we are drawing one on each other, so it's a little bit.
Okay, but that's, as I'm going to say it again, the importance here, I said draw one flag on the ground with grass around.
So we should have planned it all together. We didn't plan it.
It's not finished yet.
Let's erase it. Let's erase it and make one big flag. Okay.
Okay, so I will start.
You will start?
You want me to start?
Okay. You can start the Star of David.
Can we start? Can we start all over again?
Sure.
Is it possible for us to start all over again? And whoever wants to do something, just say your name before.
Why? How to draw the line? Sorry, I can't draw the line.
Me too. Now, who would like to continue? Good.
I would like to continue. I would like to continue.
Also.
How can I do it?
I'm doing the outlines.
How can I draw the line?
No gmul for babies. Babies don't get gmul. Tough crowd tonight.
How is this Google Docs?
This is what's called Google Draw, Google Drawing.
Google Draw, Google Drawing.
So, for example, you can't draw in a Google form in a Google Doc, but you can draw here and then copy it over.
That's a great thing, but I just wonder how to do it with the whole class.
Okay, so you can't do it with the whole class. It's near to impossible. Look what's happening.
I think just because of the network at school and that the computer lab is not that sophisticated, because you really need to have a good network.
Okay, so I'm still waiting for the flagpole and the grass.
I think that we're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Well done, teachers.
Go, Lord. Go, Lord.
Where is Dana? Is Dana on?
Okay, so I'm going to help you just a bit because I can see you struggling with the flagpole.
Why? It's a great flag, isn't it? We just need to color it, maybe.
And I said we need some grass, perhaps?
Grass?
Can you tell me what you're going to do now?
The colors. I will and the lines, of course.
Avital, hi. We're drawing the flag of Israel.
I'm adding some lines, and we need to color it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, so I can see we're not getting any grass. Maybe we'll put some grass over here.
I will make some grass for you.
Maybe put this as the flag, the top of the flagpole.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, not bad for a starting class. Okay, the aim of this activity wasn't as much to draw the Israeli flag, although I think you did quite well, but only when Anat said to you, let's get some organization here. You have to be very careful when working with Google Forms and Google Docs. What happens when somebody works on somebody else's work? So there are a few things that I want to show you. When you went into the document today, you can see here that no one is identified. Does anybody know why?
No.
Ask again.
If you can see at the top of the screen, you've got an anonymous bear, anonymous bird, anonymous chinchilla, anonymous armadillo. Why can't I see that?
Are all of these animals symbolize us?
Exactly, and you don't know who you are because you can't see yourself.
I'm the chinchilla.
Can I choose to be a pumpkin?
You can't choose to be anything. I mean, you want to be a pumpkin, you do that on your own time. But I want to show you the two options of what I had. When I shared the document with you, I shared that anyone with a link can edit this. So I gave you the link, and anyone who's got the link can edit it. But if I add any one of your addresses, Anat, what's your address?
Kibbutz Gezer. Teacher. This is too late.
Teacher
Anat. Teacher Anat.
at Gmail.
At gmail.com, yeah.
Lee Sherman.
Yes, my daughter.
Okay, Beseda. You'll get an email to your email. If you can just click on it.
I will, of course.
You go into it and we'll immediately see that you're part of it. Why is that important? Why is it important that we can identify the people that are in the document?
It's obvious why it's important, because we will know that we create our own group. And no one really can, obviously we can get it. Do you want me to open it?
Yes, please.
Oh!
What happened?
I can see our wonderful teamwork.
Okay, so here you can see here Lee Sherman, which is she's now identified. Why is that? Can you just put a little circle in the Magen David?
Absolutely. Circle. Okay. Here we go.
Notice when Anat is putting the circle in the Magen David, it says her name. Okay?
And do what now?
It's just leave it. But as you put the circle in, it said your name. Why is this important? Because when Anat rubs off somebody else's work by mistake, or when we're working in combined slides together, I can look at the file and go back to the version history, and I can see all the things that have been changed. It's very important. I can't see if anonymous things have been changed, but I can see if people have been named. So if I want to rub out, I click on the circle and I can see that it was Lee that changed it. And I can also see that what time she changed it. Okay, so that's it's a nice idea to do. What you can do for this, for example, is play Pictionary. You can have two people sitting with the same code, and they sit opposite each other. For example, I'm going to draw something on the screen now, and I would like you to write in chat. I'm sorry I deleted everything of you. What you did was not going. Let's take this off. Go back. Okay, I'm going to start drawing something, and I'd like you to write in the chat, please, what I'm drawing. But let's put it there. I'm going to try and draw something. I'm not really good at drawing, as you'll see. At any time, you can write in the chat when you think you know what it is. I'm drawing slowly because I'm waiting for people to write in the chat.
No.
Like maybe an animal.
Don't say it aloud. Don't say it aloud. Just write in the chat. It's not an...
תקבלו מיקרופונים בבקשה.
Just put your microphones off and write.
תדליקו מיקרופונים רק כשאתן רוצות לדבר.
Okay, Levona, you're getting close, but it's not an igloo. And I must say that... It's well done, Dorit. It's an elephant.
It is. I knew it.
שאלוהים חילק את הכישרונות, הוא אמר ציור, ואני שמעתי פיזור, והלכתי, אז לא קיבלתי.
Why is it next to Avital's name, it's written privately in brackets?
Where is it written?
Next to when I write, for example, I wrote an elephant also, and it says from me to Avital privately.
Okay, when you write in the chat, you can send to everybody, or you can send to one person in particular.
So how do I send it to everybody?
Okay, so you have to have the icon on everyone and not on, because Avital wrote to you in private. She probably said something about me and she didn't want everyone to hear, so...
ליד המילה אביטל יש חץ קטן. תלחצי על החץ, ואז ייפתח לך תפריט, תשני את זה ל-everyone.
Okay, it's very important. I need you to fill in this form as soon as possible.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, we can't hear you.
We can hear you.
can't, it's only, okay. Got it. Good. Good.
Lilach, we can't hear you.
Howie, do you want us to open the link now?
I need you to open up the link, please. And only 4 people have answered, and I really need you all to answer. I've got Violet, Moran, Vicky, and Lilach. You all need to answer this as quickly as possible, please.
Okay.
To answer what, Howie?
If you go into the link, you'll see what you have to answer.
Okay.
Okay.
General knowledge of blood.
It's general knowledge, but don't give any answers out loud, please. Very important.
Okay.
And maybe put your mics off while you're doing that.
Oh, hold on.
In the meantime, I'm going to put on a video for the other people that have watched. I'll tell you a bit about it while I'm putting it on. Some of you may have been involved in the program that we did for Academia Bereshet. We did a little thing on humor in education, in English teaching, and we filmed the children doing sound for Charlie Chaplin movies. So I'm just going to show you that while the people are filling in the questionnaire. But someone's walking around upstairs. But don't look at it if you haven't filled in the questionnaire, please. Because I need you to fill in the questionnaire.
No.
Oops, wrong view. Can you all see the video? Can you all see the video?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can see.
Okay.
But there is no sound.
Wait. It's old movies. There'll be sound. Wait. Have patience. First movie.
There's a fire in the phone. Oh, here's the phone. Hello, there's a fire. What? Where's the fire? It's here in my house. It's a fire. Come here. Okay, fine. Get out of this house. Get out from the building. Get out, every single person.
Your phone's ringing.
Yes, it's funny. Get on the cars.
Sorry.
Get on the cars.
No, I lost the movie. My movie disappeared. Hang on, I'll get that. Oh, my movie went.
Okay, I want to do a video of this too.
Hang on.
So
My
let's
movie
put
is
this
vanished.
out. It's my house and it's funny. I need to
I
tell
lost my
you.
movie.
חאווי, אולי זה במסך אחר? אמרת שאתה עם כמה מסכים.
I'll just take it back a bit.
Good. Go out. Okay, everybody. Okay, I want to do a video of this too. So let's put this out. It's my house and it's funny. I need to take care of it. Okay, of course. Okay, good. Go out. Yeah, exactly. Hey, this is my house and I will take care of it. I don't need any help.
Okay, I'm going to stop this just to tell you that there are only 4 people that have filled in the questionnaire. I need you to fill in the questionnaire. The link is in the chat. The only people that are free are the 4 people that I said before. I need you to fill in the form, please. Otherwise, the second part of the lesson is going to go right down. The video is carrying on.
Wait, I can explain. I don't like it. Wait, I can explain. Charlie.
Howie, did you show that I answered the quiz?
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie. Hello.
Thank you.
Come with me in the bike. Come, my lady. Come. Yes. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Where you took my lady? There's the tree, there's the rocks, there's you, there's something. Okay, I'm going to catch you. It's funny. I love it. I love it. We are the children. Okay, I'm going to catch you. Charlie. Oh, wait, it's what? I'm cold and I'm going to get sick. I take you home, Thanks. Hello, hello, my lady. Look here, look there, look at the tree. Oh!
Okay, the final video were two little Arab kids.
I want to move the... Yeah, can you help me? Yes, I can. Give me the rope. No, I want the rope. I am stuck, help me. I am stuck. I'm stuck. I am stuck, help me. Please, please. I'm lifting. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Pull, push, pull, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. I got it. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull.
Okay, so those were the three schools that took part, and they had a lot of fun doing it, and we broadcasted to about 400 classes last week, and I think it went off quite well, except the classes that took part on the screen because we had a bit of technical problems. But the kids really enjoyed it. The feedback we got that it was a bit fast for Kita Hey and Kita Vav, but people really enjoyed it. So you can see that there are 9 people that responded out of the total 13, and Ronnie's not going to respond, so that's me 3 people that haven't responded. You probably didn't learn for your test, but that's okay. So we've had the test, and if you can imagine that this was a vocabulary test that I asked you to learn for, and we're going to see your grades. So first things first,
but it's a bit blurry.
Still blurry?
It's a bit blurry. Oh, now it's okay, but I couldn't see the graph.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to answer the questions. It's very important that I answer the questions. So I'm going to say name of a color. I'm going to put green. Sorry.
Hey, me too. I wrote green.
So then I'm in the wrong place. Sorry. I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to write green. And the animal, I'm going to write shark. And my email, it's very important that I write the correct email. Okay, now I'm going to go to next. How many animals did Moses take into the ark? So we look at the answers, and the correct answer is 0, because Moses didn't take any animals into the ark.
All right!
Oh, true, it was Noah.
Okay, how many months have 28 days? And I say here, please, only in digits. So the correct answer is 12. All the months have 28 days. Some have more, some have only 28, but they've all got at least 28 days.
I wrote 1.
But you didn't ask at least, so it's not really fair.
I asked the question how you read it. Is how many birthdays does the average man have? Every person has only 1 birthday. You can't have more than 1.
Oh my God! I wrote 90.
That's sophisticated. That's
okay.
True.
I'm
Very sophisticated.
Study for your test. Okay.
Are we?
10.
It's very
It's very?
Nothing, it's okay.
Okay. If you take 2 apples from 3 apples, how many apples do you have? The answer is 2 apples. You took 2 apples from 3 apples. You've got 2 apples.
Oh my God.
And the worst thing is that I'm going to write to your parents. I spoke to you about this, and we learned this work. I'm shocked. A Dalmatian had 3 puppies, Spot, Barney, and Fluffy. What is the mother's name? So that's not the question. The question is the mother's name is, and the mother's name is what? As it says in the sentence, what is the mother's name? I didn't use the question.
Oh my God, but it didn't put an apostrophe after the mother, so I couldn't understand its shayachut.
You're right. But okay, there I'll give you that grade. Okay, if all of you got it wrong.
Ilach, thank you for being here with us.
Okay, and obviously this is Charlie Chaplin and not Charlie.
Of course, that's the only answer.
One I got right.
Correct.
Okay, so now the important part is I go to the responses, and now comes the exciting part, I think.
Oh my God.
Oy, oy, oy.
Can you see this?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
So
Oy, oy, oy.
the important thing here is that I asked you for colors and animals, is because I didn't want to identify all the people that are going to fail this test. And you can do the same thing for the test. What I'm going to do is within a few seconds, I'm going to mark this, and you are going to get your results in the email. How am I going to do
it? Thank you.
I'm going to add-ons, and I go to get add-ons, and I get an add-on called Flubberoo. Add-ons are different applications that people have written to assist people that work with Google Forms and Google Docs. I've installed it already, so I'm not going to reinstall it, but you would click here and install it. So I go to add-ons, and I've got Flubberoo. Enable Flubberoo in this sheet. Why is it called Flubberoo? If you can find that out for me, I'd love to know. Okay, and let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to go in. No, I've already installed it. Why is it? It's telling me how to do it. I don't want to do that. Sorry. Okay, so for instance, I don't need to have instructions. It's enabled. Okay, so I go to tools.
Howie, you sound terrible.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I go to Flubberoo, and I'm going to grade assignment. Is that better?
Yes, much better.
Okay, grade assignment, and now I go to. It asks me which is the correct line. No, sorry. First, it's going to ask me which ones I want to give a point to. So name of color, name of animal, and your email identified. I don't need to give any grade there. Please put off your microphone if you're not using it. נא לכבות מיקרופונים אם אתם לא משתמשים, כי זה עושה רעש. Okay, and I'm going to give each grade 4 points. And I'll give the famous one maybe 10 points because I know you need it.
Exactly.
Okay, then it gives me which one is the correct line, and I'll give mine. I think this is not fair, but the gray elephant answered after me, so you probably heard some of the answers. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Okay, okay, I'm kidding. Okay, we continue. Okay, and I'm sure by now as teachers you know what red means. Do you all know what red means?
That we didn't get it right?
Yeah, this is out of 100, guys. This is percent, so some people didn't do all that badly, but I think that's because of the Charlie Chaplin question. But what I can do as well is that I can go to add-ons, Flubberoo, and share grades. And what it does is that it shares it to the email. I'm going to type in that's the email by email, and I can also add in the answer key so that you can learn from where you went wrong. Please get parent signature.
Yes.
I'm expecting next week that you bring your signed parent signature that they saw you didn't learn for the test. Okay, within a second, you'll get an email saying that you got your grades, and that's how Flubberoo and the questions work. Can you just by a show of hands tell me how many people need me to show how to use the Google form? How to make the type of questions that I did?
I think that what you're showing now is so great and so meaningful for me, for my work. But I wonder if in some way I can get it all organized. So if I want to go back to it later and just read about it and learn it even more like in depth, so it would be great.
Two things. First of all, this session is recorded. And the second thing is that I'm on the Moodle. I'm going to put videos of all of this in Misudal. So you don't have to write down things now. You can go in and show it. I'm briefly, if you know Google Forms completely, the new Google Forms, then you can take a 5 to 10 minute break. But I just want to show you briefly how to make a Google form. For those of you that have seen it and know, see, I already got my my grade. I did quite well, actually. I got 10 out of 10. I'm not trying to boast, but I did. Yes. But the average score was 57. Not most people did. Okay, so how does it work? You click on the hamburger. I'm not sure why Google called this the hamburger, but this you click on the 9 dots. Perhaps there's the roll, and the meat inside. Vegetarian, if you're vegetarian. And you click and you go into Google Drive.
Yes. No.
I'm doing this quickly because I'm going to have a video for you to show you exactly how to do this. Click on New. You've got Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and I do one more which is called Google Forms.
Right.
I just want to get rid of this thing that's bothering me. Okay. Okay, so the first thing you do is you make it a form title. Let's call it vocab test. And the first question, what's the first question you want to know? Bearing in mind that you're not going to show this on the screen, what's the first thing you want to know?
Use your favorite teacher.
Okay, that will come at the end. I'll do that as the last question. But you need to know his name, and if you want to send,
and email address, of course.
Exactly. If you want to send them your name, the email in the Flubberoo, then you need the email address. If they don't have
So if they don't have emails, they can't really use it?
No, they can use this. Anyone can get into the form, but they just they won't get the grade sent to them.
Oh, okay.
That's all that it means. I click here. I can duplicate the question. This is important. If I want everyone to fill it in, I click on required. If it's not a required question, if they don't know the answer, then I click off the required question.
Howie, I have a question. May I?
Sure.
If you don't want, if someone, you said that everyone can get inside of that thing, but if you have the name and it's not part of your group, can you take him out of this group, or everyone really can get inside?
But this, we must differentiate between forms and sheets. No one can get into this form unless you share it.
Okay.
But everyone can get into, where did I make it? Everyone can get into this one because you're going to share the link with them. When I wanted you to fill in the general knowledge quiz, I just shared the link. You can't change the quiz, but you can get into it.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is make an option of the beauty is that you can also do it in Hebrew, in Arabic if you can. No, my Hebrew is not working. Okay, letargem. Okay, so now I want to give multiple choice. Okay, and I want them to give the word cat. This is obviously for Kita Aleph or Bet. Khatul, Kelev.
Oh, so you give the options and then they just need to choose it.
And Kelev. You can also add a picture if you want, add an image. How do you add an image? You can search Google Drive for a cat.
Sheshbesh.
I've got FFS. I've got fat finger syndrome. That was another joke. But you can add all sorts of icons and things here. As you saw, you can add a video as well. Okay, so this option, when we actually get it, you'll see that you can choose the correct answer. I'm going to add another option of what can we eat, and this option is going to be check boxes, what I can choose. So we can eat sandwiches, don't sleep yet, glue, socks, and depending what planet you're on, you can eat all of these, and meat. And then I'm going to click on another one, and this one I want to say what is the color of the sky, and the answer is blue, red, or green, and that will depend on how much you've had to drink. And that is a drop down. The final one that I want to show you is where you asked about how much you love your teacher. So you've got the option of...
What does it mean, dropped one again? Yeah. So I drop down. What does it mean, drop down?
In a second, you'll see what it means. I'm going to show you a linear scale where my teacher. Don't give them option of how much they like it. Tell them my teacher is awesome. Oops.
Okay, and they need to.
And then from da to really. Okay, and then the last thing you can do, if you want, is you can add a different color to the top or add an image. And there are all sorts of images here that you can add. There's some nice things for all your children that are asleep, or for all of you that want to go to sleep. And here's the question, and the answering with the flubbery, you'll do exactly how I showed you before. But when I show you the video, when I show you the questions, so you've got the vocab test, you've got the name, you've got to choose one. I can only choose one or the other. Okay. And what can we eat here? I can choose more than one. So flubberoo, if you give the correct answers, then they'll only give the correct answers. Remembering with flubberoo checks exact answers. So if they write, if you give them to write a cat and they write C-E-T, it'll be wrong. They have to write it correctly. And the drop down is like this. You can choose.
Oh, okay.
And the final thing is my teacher is awesome, and it's obviously really. But that one I won't give a grade to. Then I submit, and this is why I wanted to show you about required. If they don't answer it, they can't submit.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you want to have the questions in Mechuyav because, or as required, because if they don't know the answer, they can't submit the test. Okay, that's Google Forms in a nutshell. How much time do we have? Okay, so I want to show you something really nice, and then I'm going to end off with our last activity. And then I have to talk about the homework. I didn't say it too loudly, but I said it. Okay, so I just want to open up a Google Docs. I go to New, Google Docs. For the weak kids or the kids that are Dovrei Anglit and can't write properly, there's this opportunity. Once again, I'm going to the add-ons, and I've got I go to manage add-ons, and there are all sorts of things that I can find. I'm looking for the speech recognition, and I want to show you how nicely it works. So I click on add-ons, and I click on the speech recognition, and I'm going to get it to start. I've even got it for the English South Africa so that it'll understand what I say. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying hello again to all of you. That should come on my screen. Full stop. Okay, I knew it. It doesn't know full stop. I can say period. I'd imagine it'll work. But if you ever want to write stories to kids and you don't want to put a pen to paper and you're tired at night, you could probably do something like this. Let me pick it up.
Howie, can you repeat it, please?
Sure. So what it is if I go into a Google Doc and I open up the add-ons and I find speech recognition sound writer. Speech recognition sound writer, and I click on start, and the program opens and I start recording. I think this is a good program to use. You have to speak like a robot, but it does work. Okay, and afterwards I can go over it and click on my different punctuation and so on.
So you speak and it writes it just on the sheet?
Can you not see it writing?
Yeah, I can see it. I just now figured out what it does. I thought that you need to write and then it...
No. And believe it or not, you can also do it in Hebrew.
Wow.
It's not as good, but we can try. Maybe because I'm a dover Anglit, but let's try. אתם לא מאמינים איפה אני. אני נמצא בלוד, במרכז קהילה, לא, סתם, אני בבית. אבל יש פה אנשים מלוד. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, not bad. The Hebrew one, because there are not that many people to test it, it hasn't been developed, but it's coming through. I mean, later on in the year, I'm going to do a session about artificial intelligence, and you'll see that it's really coming along. I mean, it's quite amazing when you drive and you say, "Okay, Google." I don't know if you can hear this, but watch this. Okay, Google.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Okay,
I know this app.
Tell us a joke.
Dorit, I'm counting on you that you write everything.
Okay, Google. Tell us a joke.
No way. How do you stop recording?
There you go. What did the vinaigrette say to the refrigerator? Close the door and dressing.
Okay, what is
Go to the refrigerator.
Howie, how do you stop recording?
You click on the stop. There's a stop button, and then you click on the stop. Did you get that?
No. Where's the stop? Where's the stop? Up. Where do you see the stop?
Where the record button is. You just click it again.
Okay.
On the right-hand side, I don't know if you can see. Can you not see the right-hand side over here?
No, I don't see it. Wait a second. I'll try to change things. Okay, now I see it. Yeah.
So when you click it to start and you click it again to stop.
Great.
Okay. We're going on to the last section. Do you remember in the beginning we had a game where I asked you to draw on one slide and you all drew together, and it was quite hectic until a nut said something and then you all did a flag like you should? Well, now we're going to all work on this one slide. We've got a 10 and you can add more slides. I'm going to start a story, and when I'm finished reading the story, I want you to go into the slide and add, you can work in groups if you want, or you can work alone, and I want you just to finish the story. But please do not tell the story on the microphone. It's very important that you don't say the story on the microphone. Do you all understand what you have to do?
Yes, but we can just choose on which slide to work. We don't need to work together.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into the Lord and take your emails. Not your grades. I'm just checking your emails. Don't worry.
Dorit, who is kissing you over there? Come on, share with us.
I sent him to sleep. He's 12. He needs to sleep.
Okay, so let me just put this back. Okay, and okay, so I'm going to send the link, but the moment I send the link, you guys are all going to play around. So I'm sending you mostly an email. You'll get an email saying the people that did the test, you'll get the email, and the rest of you, it'll be in the link. But before we start, I'm going into the story. Sorry, let me just... Okay, so the story starts like this. An old Italian man lived alone in the country. It was spring and he wanted to dig his tomato garden, as he had done every year. But it was very hard work for the aging man, as the ground was hard. His only son, Vincent, who used to help him, was currently in prison. The old man wrote to his son, and he described his predicament. He wrote, "Dear son, my back is hurting and I'm really old. I wish you could come and dig for me. Love, your father." Without any words, please, you can go into the document and edit it. I'm going to put the link in the chat and go for it. I'm switching off the screen a second because I don't want you to see what other people are writing. And well done to the people that are in already. Feel free to change the color of it. No, don't write on the first one, please. Only from 2 downwards. I see that Anat's on the second one. So Victoria, go to the third one maybe. Your story should be about 5 to 10 lines, nothing more.
We just need to write the end of the story?
Yes.
Howie, I have a question.
Sure.
Do I need to write the people names from our group?
No, if you're doing it by yourself, just write your name at the top.
Okay.
I could divide you into groups, but I'm not going to do that. It's late. And, so.
Okay.
Someone's beating on the keyboard. Have faith for that keyboard, shame.
Howie, how can I get back to the screen of the names, with the names?
I don't understand which names of the people's the father and the son.
I guess I don't know. I guess I press up something because I can't find the.
I'm writing in slide 2.
Me neither. I can't get into the presentation. I'm just seeing you and I can't write anything.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Lilach's in number 2, or
yeah.
Number 3 is Victoria.
No, I was Lama Lilach. Oh.
Do you want me to change the slide? I will change, Anat, no problem.
No,
yes,
because
I am number 3.
Because I learned by heart my name, Lilach.
But we can write together.
You're so energetic, I envy you.
There's only this silence in my class, it would be lovely. Okay, you guys done?
No, no.
Yeah, almost.
Not almost.
But I can only 8 people are doing it.
I'm done.
Okay.
Me too.
And no checking in Google, by the way. Avital, are you writing? Lilach and Lee, you're on the same slide. Are you doing it together?
No, I only see what I write, so.
That's Lilach.
I'm on slide 2.
Says, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, no much.
If I finished, should I click on share?
No. So the beauty of Google Slides is that it's all shared online all the time. You can share it, but that's not saving. It's saved automatically online.
Okay.
So today, for example, I was teaching Kita Dalit, and I did this similar thing. I opened up a Google slide and I gave each one a slide. When I did with Kita Dalit, I write the names on the slide so they don't get lost. And they had to make a slide of an animal. We're using the click book, where it lives, what it can eat, what it can do, what it looks like. And then we have a whole matzeget of 32 kids together. And there's no saving documents and saving on keys and so on. Okay, so let's see what Lilach wrote. His son wrote back, "Dear father, I've never told you before, but you have a grandson. Remember my trip to Israel? So there I met this beautiful woman and she got pregnant. I never told you because I was scared, but now I know he can be there for you and help you." Okay, I've done this activity quite a few times and I've never seen an answer like that. I'm very impressed. Unfortunately, Vincent couldn't help his old father because a week before his father sent a letter, Vincent was in jail. He got into trouble with the people in the same cell and was killed by them. Oh, God, how depressing. Tomatoes will never grow.
Didn't you like it?
No, I didn't. I must have said. Okay, we'll come back to that later. What's also nice about this is I can see what's going on real time, as we said before. There's major collaboration. It's happening real time. You didn't have to leave your house to work. And Avital says that the father can't help. His son didn't come. The old man waited a few weeks, then he sent another letter. This time he wrote to his son that he has a secret. Many years ago, I buried a big sum of money in the field, and I saved it for bad days. This is from Dorit. This time, the son arrived after a day, obviously, to get the money, and the old man was glad to see his son. But due to his old age, he didn't remember where he buried the money.
That's so cute.
Okay, but now I'm going to share with you. Hang on, there was one more that we didn't see. This is a story of one letter that helped an old man. But the actual answer, can we have a drum roll, please? Vincent, after a few days, said, "Dear Papa, don't dig up the garden. That's where the bodies are buried." To the man's surprise, he woke up at 4 o'clock the next morning to find FBI agents and local police officers digging up the garden, searching for the bodies, but they didn't find anyone. Realizing there was no one there, they left and apologized. Later that day, he received another letter saying, Yeah, Papa, go ahead and plant the tomatoes. That's the best I could do under the circumstances. Love you.
Great.
That's a lovely story. And in terms of what you can do with this, I use Google Slides. It's probably the application that I use the most because it's real time with the whole class working together on one document, and I can just scroll through and see exactly what everyone's doing at any given time. It's linked to Google. I don't know if you noticed, but it's very easy to insert videos. How do I just have a look how to insert the video? It opens up YouTube. I put in Charlie Chaplin, and it automatically searches all the videos of Charlie Chaplin on YouTube. I go into this one of Charlie Chaplin boxing, and now I've got a picture of a video of Charlie Chaplin boxing. And I can add a picture, remembering copyright. But if I take a picture, add a picture image from uploading or by search the web, someone's got a phone call, and I look for Howie. I wonder if I'm on the internet. Howie is enough. Okay, we'll take this. Howie Mandel is better looking. And not so much. So the final thing I want to end with, before we go, there are two things I wanted to. I know I said there's only one, but there are two things. I want to show you the Moodle, just to show you where we're at and what we're doing and so on. This was the lesson that we had together. The session 2, if you haven't handed in your class, I'm marking it this week. You haven't got much time to hand it in. I think if you need to hand it in, I know there was a mistake. I think it said to be handed in by the 20th of something, but I extended it to the, only 5 people have handed it in. Guys, you better get cracking. What not to tell your teacher on the day that you're supposed to hand it in, didn't do the assignment. Don't tell me that, just please do it. After it, report back to the Pisgah that everyone did it. Don't go mad, take things that you've done already. Don't go out and reinvent the wheel, please. That's not the aim of this course. Okay, what is the work for today? I'd like you to take one thing that we used today, either the drawing or the Google form or the
Google Slides.
You don't have to go out there. If you're preparing the Google form, that'll be good. Just send the link. But you can tell me how you'll use it in class. If you need help with anything, you can write to me and I can help you. And I'll put a place here for you to put your link of what you're sending. So you need to have it in your Google. All you have to do is put the link here to your Google drawing. You can write there, children draw an elephant, and the children, you can make up a game of Pictionary or make up a game of whatever you want through the Google Draw, or have them open up a Google slide for the whole class and ask them to, if you're teaching present progressive, have them show a picture of people doing things in the present progressive and write, Danny is jumping off the wall. Johnny is swallowing a sword, and all those kind of things that you do in your course.
No, that's a great idea.
Okay, but and you can also share ideas. I'm just looking for my last slide that I want to show you. So as part of this this funny day that we did, where we broadcasted to all the schools, the kids asked riddles. So I'm going to show the riddles, and I want you please to write in the chat. I'm going to stop the riddles at specific moments, and I'd like to see the answers. I just want to see 1 or 2 answers. We nearly finished. I know it's the end, but I want you to laugh just before we go to sleep.
Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. We can't really think.
No, so that's the beauty. They're children's riddles, and you don't have to think much. Okay, so first riddle.
Eder, knock knock. Who is there? The cow say. Cow say who? No, the cow say moo.
Okay, that was the first one. I let you guys off the hook. I can see people smiling. Okay, why did the policeman give the sheep a ticket? You can answer by your mic if you want. Why did the policeman give the sheep a ticket?
Why did the policeman give I don't know. Because it's a bad driver.
It was a bad driver.
Because what? Because what?
It was a bad driver.
Breakfast.
Okay. What do cats eat for breakfast?
What cats eat?
What do cats eat for breakfast? No, I stopped it.
Oh.
Milk.
No, that's the sheep one. Yeah?
For breakfast. Oh, I don't know what. What's brown and long and looks like a stick?
What's brown and long and looks like a stick?
A stick.
Well done, you got one right. Well done. Oh, why did that go out? Hang on. Got to go back in. Only 3 more riddles hanging there. Hang on.
A ticket. I don't know really what it is for what. And long and looks like a stick. A stick! I'm friendly with all of the letters. I know all of them except one. I don't know why.
Come on, guys. That's the funniest one.
Come with
Hawaii, good one.
What did the hat say to...
Sorry. I got it. Just I went to the wrong one. We nearly.
It's a nerd jokes.
A stick! The letter. I know why.
Okay. So the final joke. I wanted to show you.
Why did 6 eat 7? I don't know. Because 7, 8, 9.
Why did 6 eat 7?
Why did
Yeah, fair.
Queen needed a crown?
Okay, on that note, before I end, I just want to say the lesson is recorded. I'll put a link to the recording in the Moodle. It'll take a day or 2 just to get the recording up because it's got to be processed. I hope you enjoyed it. The next lesson is it's virtual. You've got a whole month to do it. It involves you looking at TED videos, and you need to go into the forum and the 5 videos here. Choose only 2, which is probably the most difficult thing because they're very good videos, and just answer the questions in the forum. Click on the response to the videos, and you click on a question. Sorry, not add a new question. You click on mine and you respond. The only thing that's very important is you can't respond to other people until you've posted, and it takes about 15 minutes to sort itself out. So as the shepherd said to his flock, as the shepherd said to his sheep, let's get the flock out of here. I'm going to end off and say good night. Thank you all, and I hope.
Thank you, Howie, for everything.
We'll
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't say anything until we're out. Don't say anything until we're out. I mean, don't talk about me yet. Don't. No, okay, so.